Welcome back. In this video, we will learn a very important feature of our Java, that is thread and multi-thread. Okay, Java is a object-oriented programming language, as you all know, and it also supports threading or multi-threading. So let's talk about what is thread. Okay, in computer, since there are three major work, or you can say task that is performed by the computer is input, output and processing. So first is input, then processing and then output. So since in computer we have different devices to take input and different devices to process, that is our processor, and for input we have keyboard, mouse and scanner and mic, or so many input devices. Okay, and for output we have monitor, printer or external drive, that way there we can store our information or data. So since we have different output device, input device and processing unit, so we can run multiple threads, means we can run multiple tasks simultaneously to the computer, like when the input of the another program is going on, at the same time we can process the another program, or we can that same time we can produce the output of the another program. That is called multi-programming or multitasking in the term of operating system in Windows. Okay, but here we will not say that it's multitasking or multi-programming, because in Java we have only one program, but we divide the our program into multiple threads. So means our program is divided into a small so many threads, and that threads run simultaneously in the processing to the with the processor, or processor will execute the more than one threads simultaneously. So that is called multi-threading in Java, and it's a very much essential in any programming language, and it's a main purpose of the multi-threading is to improve the efficiency of the computer system or software or program, and to make the optimal utilization of the resources of like input devices or output device or processor. Okay, so let's see the life cycle of thread. So if you have little knowledge of operating system and round robin system in operating system, you will understand this very quickly. Let's see, this is our processing unit. Look at this rectangle with the white color. This is our processing unit, or this is our area, the processing area of the computer. So as soon as new thread enters in the to be executed by processor, so this that is called a new thread, or that is ready to and there may be more than one new threads, and they must be a long queue, or they will be in queue behind once another. So the very first thread that is going to be executed, that will be in ready state. So here any thread can be in 5 state. So first one is ready state, means that is going to be executed next. So since our computer's CPU time may be of any small or any particular time quantum, like if you are on a 64-bit or 32-bit, then you will probably hear that this will execute the 32-bit data at the one processing unit, or this will execute the 64-bit data at the one cycle. So since our processor operating system allots the processor time to the any thread or any program for a short interval, and then after that that program has to release the processor to give the chance of another program to be executed. So here if new thread comes in and it will ready to execute, this is that it's a ready state. When it's going when thread is getting executed or getting processed by the processor, then the thread is in running state. And if the thread the all instruction of the thread executed at the first round of execution or at the given in the given time slot, then the thread will be end, or it will be terminated, and that's the state of terminated state, or we can say dead state. So dead state may be of either task has completed or thread had completed is all instruction, or maybe some interruption externally, due to the some external interruption the thread is dead or stopped working, or get destroyed or aborted. Whatever be the reason, if the threads come out to the dead state, means it will never go to the processor once again. Okay, and if the processor the all the instruction in of the thread cannot be executed at the given time quantum by the operating system. Suppose some parts of the that thread remains to execute or to process, then that thread must go to the waiting state, and after the waiting state it will now wait for its next turn, and at the next turn it will again get chance to be executed by the processor, and this process is going on, and this is also called round robin in operating system. So this way our thread works, or multi-threading works in the Java. So we have five stages of the thread, that is ready or new. Then new and ready is quietly different, because as soon as the thread enters to the queue, that is new, but the very in the new queue of new thread, and the very first thread that is going to execute it next is ready, is at ready state, and third state is running state, means it is getting processed, and fourth one is waiting, and last one is dead or terminated. Okay, so let's talk thread in Java in terms of coding. So for making our own thread in Java, we have two classes, but before that let's understand the thread here in code also. Since in Java we may make more than one methods, means whenever we make more than one methods or make a new method, that method is a complete block that will be executed when we call that method, and that method is a thread in itself. So means there is x, let's suppose there is x number of method in the any Java program, means there is x number of thread in that program also. So right now we have only one thread, that is main thread, and this is our main thread, means a starter of the program, a starter thread of the our program. So execution will always start with the main thread here. So we can make our own thread here also. So let's in Java, to make our own thread, we have a class runnable that is defined in the java.lang package, and since java.lang package is all by default imported in every program of Java, so we do not need to import the java.lang package explicitly. So in there we have one class thread and another interface runnable. So we can use either thread class or runnable class. So what is the difference between thread class and runnable class? Like if you are trying to implement multiple inheritance, or your class is getting inherited by the another class also in the same program, and you want to make the thread also there, so then you need runnable interface, because you cannot extend that class with the thread class, because your class is already extended to the some other base class. So there you need runnable class, runnable interface, or either or in general you can use thread class also. So let's see how this thread class and runnable interface is implemented in our program. So let's make our own thread here. So I will extend our program. Sorry, it should be in a small letter. So I will extend, or you can make another class also. So let's make another class, it's better to understand here. So I will make a class, and again I will name this CLS, that is my favorite class name. Okay, and I will extend this with thread class. So I have already told you that in Java all predefined classes start with the capital letter. First letter of the all predefined classes is capital, so I will write thread and T capital, and rest of the letters will be small. So I have written extend thread. Okay, now in thread class we have a method called run, and that method is abstract there in thread class. So in abstract method or interface we have seen that the any abstract method is present in the base class, that must be inherited, that must be overridden in the child class. So here since run method is abstract in the thread class, we have to override the run method in the CLS class. Okay, so let's make run method. So I will write public because it's by default run method is public in nature, so I will write the public void run. Here you cannot keep the return type int, char, float, because run method is already defined in the declared in the thread class. So you have to write public void run. Now here we can make any program, or we can simply write any message. So I will write system dot out dot println, this is my thread. Okay, now let's call this thread. So in general program or in simple program, we have seen that we define a class, and then we construct our method, and then in the main method we create a object of the class. We create object of the class CLS. Let's name the object C equal to new CLS, and with the help of object we call the method. So here we can make C dot run. No, we cannot. If you run this, it says this is my thread, but in actually it's you can say it's behaving like or getting executed like a normal function, since we have overridden this run function of the thread, and here this run method is will run. We want to run this our own thread. Here default thread is getting executed, since I have told you that in every whenever we make a new method, it's a thread in itself. So here default thread is running here, but if you want to run your own thread, then I have to write c dot start. So start method is also defined in the thread class. So as we call the thread start, the our run method will be invoked. So again same message will be displayed. So here you have to only learn how to use thread class, and how to override the run method, and how to call the run method. So here c dot start will call this run method. Okay, means we are starting the thread. We have so many methods in thread. We will see this in our next video or later on, but here only see that I have created a start. I have called a start method to run our or execute our run method. Okay, that's how we can extend thread class in any class. Okay, now let's see how we can implement runnable interface to make our own thread. So I will delete this extend or thread keyword, and I will write here implement runnable. Again R of the runnable will be in uppercase, and now I have written runnable. So similarly runnable is interface. So in there in runnable also we have run method, and we have to override the run method, otherwise this class will become also an interface, because we will not override the run method. So it will ask you or it will report you error also. let's see here. It says CLS must be inherited abstract method runnable dot run. So it says it will tell you that you must have to override the run method. Now since runnable, we cannot make the object of the interface, or you cannot since in interface all the methods is abstract in nature. So in runnable we don't have a start method, because if a start method will be present in the runnable, then the start method must be abstract, because runnable is interface. So we have to define override the start method also, but in runnable we have only run method, we don't have a start method. So then how we will call the run method? Okay, there is a way. We will create a class object of the class, and now I will create the object of thread class also. So I will write thread, let's give it a name t equal to new, and now here in constructor of thread I will pass the object of the class CLS. So now we have made the object of CLS class, and this CLS class can call run method, and since we have passed the scope of the C object to the thread class object, that is T, so now we will call the T dot start method to execute our run method, to invoke our run method. So again it said this is my thread. So this way we can implement runnable interface, or you can write this way also. If you want to write in single line, then you can also call the constructor of the CLS class implicitly here. So here the T object is indirectly, or you can say is created by, instantiated by CLS class, and this way we are getting the we are invoking our run method. So this is the basic difference between the thread class and runnable interface. What we do in thread class, we we simply make the object of the our own class, and we call C dot start, means object of the class dot start method. But if we implement the runnable interface, we have to make the object of that class, and we have to make the object of a thread class, and we have to pass the scope of class object, our own class object, as the argument to the constructor of thread class, and then we will call the start method with the object of thread class. So this is the way in which we can implement runnable interface, and we can extend thread class in our own program. So we will see in next video how to give our own name to the thread, or how we can set priority to our thread, how we can sleep it, or how we can, or we will see some more complex or better program to understand the thread. Okay, this is the basic of the thread in Java. This is single thread. We will see the multi-threading later on in this course. Okay, that's fine.